Hello again. I know I probably sound like a broken record, but talking to you helps me get my thoughts together. So, round two. My life in university and my life in Sheffield in general is kind of one of two halves. While I'm very happy to be here, and I am, in general, day to day, a pretty happy guy, I can't help but feel the loss of not being in the same place as the people and places that hold deep emotional connection for me. To me, home is East Kent, Margate, Thanet, Canterbury area, and being away from there is like being out of the sun if you're a plant. So with that in mind, I've tried to put things in motion so that next year I can spend my second year of university in the area that holds my attention, my affection. I've applied to go to Canterbury Christ Church University, and although it's a big step down in terms of university tables and rankings and prestige, I've come to the conclusion that I'm really only at university in the first place because it's expected of me. I do not enjoy university, and I don't think I'm doing very well. I'm not sure I would be capable of doing well, because even when I try to do well, I fail in ways that I didn't anticipate. So, ultimately, I'm not here on my own enjoyment. I'm not here for my own benefit. I mean, I am going to benefit from this. It is a good move. It's a good thing. People should go and get educated, and I'm happy to be in this position. It's not the decision that I would make were I unfettered from other people's expectations. That said, why should I be fettered by other people's expectations? I should do what's true to myself. Should I not? We've been told by a dozen Disney films that we're supposed to follow our hearts, etc., etc. But I've invested a lot of time and, to be honest, a lot of money, mine and the government's and etc., into this venture, this university. And to come home empty-handed would be failure. Whether or not it's what's best for me, whether or not it's the right thing to do, it would be failure, plain and simple. Whether or not that's something that I can tolerate, I'm not willing to find out. Even if I go back to Kent next year, it will be to finish out university, which is probably a good thing. You know, just having that piece of paper in your pocket is probably an excellent thing to have, whether or not you use it for its intended purpose, or whether or not its intended purpose changes over the course of your education. What's the point of education if not to develop? If you go in thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be a chemist, and then you come out thinking, you know what, I've decided I'm going to be a priest, you know? That doesn't make you a failed chemist. That makes you a priest with training in chemistry. You know, you're not defined by your earlier intention. How I define myself is as a creative person. I don't know if that translates into writing, into acting, into hobbies. You know, maybe it's not a professional thing at all. Maybe it's just that I like to get things done in a unique way. Who knows? But if I'm not creating, I don't feel like I'm contributing anything to my life or to society. I guess the big problem with that is that I'm still tied down with the idea that being creative or being an artist is somehow looked down upon. I've been told all my life, you're extraordinary, you should do this and that, and look at your brain, oh my god, Harry, look at your brain. But my brain is working. My brain does its job. I'm happy with it. It doesn't work quite as well as it should. It's supposedly very good, and I appreciate that. But what I think it does best is to create, and so that's what I'm going to pursue. Going back to basics, if I stay in Sheffield, my life will be one of two halves. I will be separated. I will be here in Sheffield pursuing my studies, but I will also yearn for home. And part of me will be at home. And if I go home to Kent, to East Kent, then I can be whole and focused and deliberate. What is the essence of my coming year? In Sheffield, the essence of my coming year can only be one of overcoming obstacles. Being here is an obstacle. When I'm home, the essence of my coming year can be advancement, personal advancement. Thank you for listening.